This evening, the commencement address will be delivered by Nika Nakubin and followed by Hannah Flournoy's presentation of the class history.
Good evening, parents, teachers, administrators, students, and friends. Tonight, I stand before you to celebrate, along with my sisters, our high school graduation and our transition into college life. I would like to say that this 13-year journey was a breeze, but in reality, it was more like a storm. And appropriately so, the 2018 Talkington and graduating class of Lady Warriors has selected our theme for graduation, the following quote by Bill Hybels: "Storms draw something out of us that calm seas don't." As I prepared to speak on this topic, I was driven to do some research and found that storms are formed when layers of warm air rise in large masses and meet swiftly upwards with cool air. With dissolution and precipitation, columns of air sink deeply towards the earth as electric charges run their course, much like quick shock waves, bringing a new meaning to life. Violent and short-lived, storms are one of the most beautiful acts of nature. I agree that storms demonstrate a very beautiful act by nature, but one might ask, what purpose do they serve? As I noted earlier in the quote by Bill Hybels, storms draw something out of us that calm seas don't. And my classmates and I can attest to the fact that our high school experience has been much like a storm. A traditional West path may have offered a less challenging and demanding fair weather experience, but the storm that came with attending a college preparatory school with no option for easy sailing made it more difficult. And at the same time, it made our achievements more gratifying and worthy. Some part of us must be asking ourselves, why can school and life be like a light swim into a lake? But deep down, we know that a storm is exactly what we need to draw out our passion. We are here tonight because we decided that we didn't want to achieve ordinary, but that we wanted to be extraordinary and to fulfill our greatest potential. As a class, we weathered academic, emotional, and physical storms throughout the years of Talkington. And I remember those times where we really needed the deluxe emergency pack for storm survival. The most critical part of the storm faced me initially when I first enrolled at Talkington as an 8th grader. I had a difficult time adjusting to a new language and a new culture coming from Iran to the United States. But I'm so grateful that I can say with genuine sincerity that the Talkington family has helped me overcome this storm. The sisterly bond that our school culture teaches us allowed me to be able to create new friendships, discover new passions, and undertake new hobbies. While I was originally faced with the challenge of facing a tempestuous situation, I quickly learned through the support of my school environment how to overcome it. Similarly, as a class, we have faced various degrees of weather changes. Our junior and senior year were perhaps the times where the conditions were at the highest levels of alert. We faced the challenge of course load of AP courses that dominated our schedules. At times, courses like U.S. history, chemistry, physics, and economics caused us to second-guess our aptitude and preparation. But at every interval, the difficulty, the support system, and skills we developed as Talkington students allowed us to develop solutions that would conquer the issues that we have been faced. Regular classes become status quo for us, and the difficulty was nothing that couldn't be addressed through tutoring, Snapchat study groups, and peer support. It may have not been at the time, but it was obvious that we were well equipped to survive. Other weather surges faced us when we were hit with the reality that we no longer had the luxury to rely on other school leaders to govern and become role models of the student body. It was our turn to set an example for our younger sisters. It was our turn to become advocates for ourselves and others. And it was miraculous to see class leadership grow like plants that have been showered with rain. Student Council and National Honor Society thrived under the direction of key leaders in the class, and there was no hesitation to step up when it was our turn. Senior Project tested our skills in many ways. It hit like a whirlwind, and yet we managed to learn to be researchers, discover our passions, seek out community members, and execute products that have impactful meanings in our environment. Thank you, Ms. Wilkins and Ms. Williams. Thanks to Ms. Wilkins and Ms. Williams, we rose from the storms once again as intelligent, confident, articulate ambassadors for our respective causes, and became thankful for the weather conditions that made us step out of the calm and into the tempest. The final phase of the storm has led us here tonight. We have been faced with turmoil that comes with undertaking the scholarship and college application process. We have been struggling with deciding on what college or university to attend, and having completed countless numbers of scholarship applications. We have dealt with disappointment when we did not receive that desired acceptance or when a scholarship did not fall through. But our sisterly bond rallied together, and we have upheld one another, and we waited till the sunshine come through, and it did. Thank you, Dr. Stanton, for helping the clouds part and for holding the storm at bay. And at this evening, our graduation is a reality. We should all realize that we have confronted the storms and we have bravely survived. And not only did we survive, we have led a legacy, a history, a message that will hopefully impact others at our school. We did not choose to approach our quest for knowledge by sitting in the calm seas of a peaceful lake. The 2018 Talking Warriors has opted to follow the path of storm chasers and went for their goals and dreams. At times it was scary, other times we did not know if we were going to make it through, but we persevered and here we are. Let us embrace all the great accomplishments that we have done as a class in spite of the weather. We have achieved 100% passing scores on US and English EOCs, have advanced to UIL State in choir, orchestra, robotics, and debate. A mere of 40 seniors have achieved 138 college acceptances with a total of $1.5 million in scholarships. It would seem that in the wake of a storm, the 2018 class has made its mark. Tonight, we find ourselves in the eye of the storm. It is calm, but the fear of unknown still surrounds us. We are embarking on new ventures. We know that we will face challenges that we have not faced before. We know that the uncertainty before us is part of the weather changes to come. But I want to remind my sisters that we are resilient and equipped to handle weather changes to the storm chooses to place before us. We are ready to confront it, and we will triumph and come out on top. Many of you might know me as always being a numbers person. As we are here together to celebrate, I think it's appropriate to get a perspective on the magnitude of our journey. Statistically speaking, in our high school years, we have spent 672 days with a total of 5,376 hours combating storms. I wish I was able to count that in my ex-dual for community service. But now we are basking in this beautiful outcome, and we sit on the stage with confidence, skill, and wisdom, and forever grateful that we were brave enough to follow the path of the storm. I will end tonight by thanking parents, teachers, and families for giving us the tools and knowledge to overcome the obstacles that challenge us along the way. I wish my classmates good luck in their future endeavors, and I will remind each of you not to settle for the calm seas. A good, strong storm will serve you better any day.